All right, let's go. Day 5. And we now have an outer room that we can assign at the start of each day. So I think we have to run all the way there. Let's do that. I guess it does cost us some steps to do so. We start at 50 and, hang on, was it across the bridge? Also, that's interesting. I kind of figured that this path was generated when we placed the garage, but maybe not. Maybe it's always there. Okay, so 48. And we can take a trading post, items for trade. For trade, interesting. Okay, so we don't have anything to trade, so no sense taking that right now. Hovel, special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. That could be useful. And the shelter. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. That's pretty cool. I like that. Being able to... Okay, I'm curious. Does the additional step cost equal the number of gems? So if it says 1 gem, it costs 1 step and that's it? Because if so, this sounds really, really good to me. We wouldn't need gems. I think we might take the hovel here and find out. The shelter is pretty cool though. Alright, there you go. We've got the hovel. Should I go in and see if there are items? We have 48 steps. Let's find out. Okay, so it costs us a step to walk in. It'll cost us a step to walk out as well. Ooh. Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane. Okay, we had a note about Mr. Ravane yesterday, saying that he had been fired. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly... Alright, so Anne Babbage has a bit of a passive-aggressive tone here. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the toolshed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors, Anne Babbage, House Manager. So, okay, so what information do we have here? Mr. Ravane was fired. The reason they gave was that he was doing poorly in his job. However, the note we found yesterday said something about him stealing the Baron's mail, I believe. Speaking of which, we need to get back to the mailroom today because we have a package waiting for us. Okay, the state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated. Okay. Vacate the hovel by the 20th of March. Do we know what day we actually are? Presumably he's gone, but yeah, I wonder. The hovel and ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. I think we had... Did we have the tool shed yesterday? We found some items in there. I think we got 4 items. Ooh. Oh. Okay. We know where that is. That's outside. Oh, it's like propane or something. I expected it was going to be water. I thought this would have been turning on water in the kitchen. Oh. There are 4 beacons. We need to light the beacons. What was this? 45 rooms. Ooh, okay. We got a number here. 45292. Coincidence? Where is room 46? 7590. Tested my full house theory. No luck. As expected. Okay, 2 starting rooms. Antechamber sealed. Does this say swings? Or 2 wings? 2 wings. 9 ranks. Interesting. 7590, so that would have been 3 years ago. Wait, is this... We're in the hovel. So this is where he... Oh, I see. This is where Mr. Ravane lived. So... Mr. Ravane was investigating the house, trying to find room 46. That's presumably why he was stealing the Baron's mail, in case he could find clues. 45292. Ooh, bear traps. Okay, I don't think we have anything else to see in here. Let's head out. But 45292, was that the padlock number perhaps? I doubt it. We could go try, but it would cost us steps to do so. I do want to go down here and have a look at this beacon. There's probably nothing to do with it, but you never know. Oh, I get it. The hovel removes the gem cost for the green rooms. Well, it removes gem cost for special rooms because Mr. Ravane was the one who managed the green rooms, and that was his hovel. Huh. Kind of makes sense. Okay, well let's go try it. 45292. Oh, I need to go up. It might have been a 4-number padlock on the orchard. In fact, is there any sense trying it? No, let's just go run around the house. Yesterday we ran out of steps. Actually, ran into dead ends, but we were pretty darn close on the steps as well. So I'd rather not squander them. We can check out that orchard some other time. The bedroom, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. The mail room, your package has been delivered right away. That was nice. Okay, package delivered. What is it? Customer's copy of the packing slip from the Cinca Company. 445 West Barbaran Avenue, date packed 11/10. We are November 10th, or are we October 11th? I never know. Yeah, I never know what order these things go in. K. Thompson, service number 115-7775, department 604. Oh. Oh. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Where's my note? Okay, it must not have been important if it just disappeared like that. I did take a screenshot there, I think. Oh, we got ourselves a sleep mask already. That's great. And, oh, the lockpick set. 2 gems. We don't need the gems, but that's nice. Wow. We just got 2 very good items. That's lucky. So here's the note. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane. He is no longer employed. And then down here is the note saying that, did they ever prove that he had stolen the Baron's mail? I don't think there's anything else to see in here. There was a key down under this stool yesterday, but that might have been placed there specifically because we had the metal detector. We did read this. Oh no, I don't think we did. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine... Oh, this is our dad. You know what's so funny is we looked at this envelope. We never opened it up. Simon P. Jones. That's us, right? I didn't read this yesterday. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor and be excited. Is that really the last page? There you go. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer you before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator, Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing dirigiblocks. Playing dirigiblocks. Okay. Alright, well, I don't know what that is. I mean, I, as in Simon, clearly do, but... There you go, we got our mailroom, we got a sleep mask, so any bedrooms, right, bedroom type things, purple ordered rooms, will give us an additional 5 steps. That's pretty darn good. Storeroom gives us a key, a gem, and some coins. The commissary lets us buy stuff. Oh, there you go. Okay, so the commissary would normally cost 1 gem. It costs 3 steps instead. So 3 times the cost, I guess, is the ratio there between gems and steps. That's fair enough, I guess. That's a fair price. We could put a bedroom in, and I think I'm going to. Let's do that. Also, I kind of should have gone through the east wing first. But there's our 2 steps for the bedroom and 5 steps for the sleep mask. And there's a picture of our mother, presumably. Oh, okay. The trunk is locked. If we find a sledgehammer, we can return here to open it. Of course, we can open it with keys, but I feel the keys are better spent on the doors that are locked. Let's go through here. Hallway, the chapel, and the spare room. I think the hallway is going to be a better choice because it faces northward. Chapel faces south, which would not be good for us. Let's take the hallway. Okay. Vase of flowers. Do we head north? Yeah, I think we'll go east first. The drawing room, the guest bedroom, and the parlor. I think the parlor would be a good idea. Although we get gems out of it, that doesn't help us now. You may draw new floor plans while drafting this room, but it costs steps. And I think I would rather use that later on when we are in a tighter bind. Whereas here, we've got extra space. Like, we have an extra door from the entrance hall, so we don't necessarily need a path downwards. So let's take the parlor. And here we have our... Oh, I should pick up the key. The wind-up key. And we have... The gems are in the true box. There's only 1 box in this room. Obviously lying. There are 4 boxes in this room. Obviously lying. This is the only true... Oh, hold on. Is there another box in this room? Is this considered a box? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the one saying 4 boxes in this room is lying. Which means this is the only true box. Let's do it. We got ourselves some gems. I don't know if there's any way we can exchange those for money or something, but they are ours now. The secret passage, the pantry, and the nook. Money or a key leads to a room of a color of your choice. We don't currently have any particular need for a certain color, so we're going to leave the secret passage for now as well. I'm going to take the pantry for now. My thinking being, the earlier we have money, the better. We'll gain 3 steps from this banana. We'll gain our 4 coins. And I think that's all we'll do in the pantry here. Carry on. The corridor, the chapel, and the den. We're going to take the den here because I don't really want to cut off the hallway. We have no need to come back through the pantry and the parlor, so we can save steps by cutting through the hallway there. So the den it is. Okay. We got ourselves our gem. We'll have quite the collection there. I wonder if maybe the hobble was the wrong choice. There's another trunk, so if we can find a sledgehammer, that would be great. 2 trunks to open so far. Okay. So hallway, bedroom. I could head back to the entrance hall, and I think I will. Because we can get ourselves some more items, potentially. The bedroom reduces the cost of travel, which is great. We'll go through the east wing here. The drawing room, we're not going to use that here. That would feel like a bit of waste. Oh, but there's no way to... Yeah, the drawing room is the only way we can continue in a straight line. There's a nook for 1 key, the guest bedroom for a lot of steps. You know what? This seems like a fine spot to put in a dead end. There you go. We get 15 steps because of our sleeping mask. And a magnifying glass. Excellent. Okay, still nothing on the shelves there. Oh. Wait a second. Okay, this is very neat. The rooms change based on where they are in the house. Because I don't remember the skylight in the past. Wow. Wow, that's so cool. There's nothing to look at with the magnifying glass. Okay. That's fine then. Alright. Well, let's head northward. And hallway, den. That's our only path. If this door is locked, we're actually stuck. Okay, it's not locked. Thank goodness. The storeroom, the observatory, and the commissary. Ooh, items for sale, but we don't have much money right now. So I'm going to put the observatory. I don't know what we get. I think we're at 6 stars or 5 stars. It says right up there in the top left. Let's have a look. Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Wow, that's pretty good for us. The 4-door rooms do have a high gem cost, so it's going to cost us a lot of steps. But it's going to make it much easier to get around for sure. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 rooms. We can't take the closet because that would end our run. Same with the kitchen. So the courtyard is our only option, and I'm okay with that. Metal detector. Yes. That can help us find some keys. Very nice. And money. A shovel would be nice just to dig up the dirt piles. But we're very happy to find a metal detector. Oh, oh, we have a lockpick kit. Please work. Oh, thank goodness. I forgot we had the lockpick kit. That's so lucky. Thank you, mailroom. We have a chapel, a kitchen, and a spare room. I think we'll do the chapel. That was the sound of us losing a coin. Oh, but we gained 3 more. Worth. Nice. And the metal detector has something else for us. 2 more. Oh my goodness. We are wealthy. Okay. Taking the chapel is profitable adventure. Jeez. Couldn't think of how to say that. We could go north. We could go west. I feel like heading north a little bit. Let's see. The door is locked. Use lockpick kit. Oh, we cannot unlock it. All right. Hopefully this door. Okay. Not locked. Rotunda can rotate. Oh, wow. That's our first time seeing it. The Great Hall. 7 locked doors. What? Okay, well, we have the lockpick kit, so I feel we need to take this. One of the sides is going to be unusable, though, because of the observatory. Wow, that's 2 very interesting pieces. Let's go with the Great Hall, because I have the lockpick kit. I want to see how that works. Can I open this? The door is locked. Use the lockpick kit. Okay. It is a wall. How about on this side? Can't pick this door's lock. Let's try this one. Not that one. What if we can't get through any of them? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is bad. Simon, you need to work harder on your lockpicking skills. What do we have? Upgrade disc. Floor plan upgrade disc. Insert it into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. I really want to find out what that does. Hopefully we can get to security, because I think that's where they have those things. Oh no! We're out of... Wait. The door's lock still seems too difficult to pick. No! We're trapped! Oh man! Things were going so well! Oh! Oh! We got into the Great Hall, but we couldn't get through the locked doors. I made a mistake. I should not have placed the Great Hall. We have 7 coins. Ah, that's too bad. So that's it. That's the end of the run. Kind of got trapped on the side. Okay, alright. Too bad. We call it a day. Oh, that would have been a good time to go check the padlock. Oops. Oh well. My bad. We'll try to remember next time we run out of rooms. Total rooms 13. Wow. Small cottage. Alright, not our most impressive day. Also, I don't know how much the hovel really helped us. We had 5 gems at the end there. It would have helped in the long run though, because there's no way we would have kept up with the gem requirements really. It would be nice if there was a way we could select the outer room from the entrance hall. Maybe I should have a look around in case there is. No, because then we'd need to... Right, we might want to go in and get items. Like we did yesterday. The shelter, the schoolhouse adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. I have no idea what a classroom is. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. Considering we've only found a single shovel in our entire time playing so far, I don't know that the root cellar is so good unless you already have a shovel. The shelter is pretty good. 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. I'm curious what those are, so we'll take the schoolhouse. And we'll walk in. What sort of clues do we have here? Oh, there's a key. That's a good start. Herbie. Okay. Is this... Oh! Ah, okay, alright. We just... Oh, I see. Okay, so these changes outside of the house itself, they remain. So we just need to find 4 different outer rooms that turn on the beacons. Cool. That's good. Getting a key to start with is quite nice. Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure to serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it looks by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. Okay, so this is part of Reddington then. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention to my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dare not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give the speech, though I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps of building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all of my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. That's great, I like that. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? That's cute. Can I open a drawer? No? The Baron sounds like a nice guy. I'm going to start by going through the east side here. Nook, storeroom, and library. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. I think that's one we want to leave for later on. Okay, we'll do the storeroom. Sure. Get our coin and a key and a gem. Good stuff to have. Through the west wing. There you go. So the gem lets us put in an observatory, a drawing room, a hallway. Ooh, between these 3, I like the observatory. I'm going to do it. There you go. We put the observatory. We'll get something from this. Alright, so 6 stars. 4 stars for a gem, 2 stars for the twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Neat. Okay. That's what it meant by multiple constellations. That makes a lot of sense. There's not a constellation for each day. You end up doing combinations of them. Okay. Now, the entrance hall has 2 trunks that we could open, but we'd rather find a sledgehammer first. So let's continue. The library, discover less common floor plans while drafting here. The parlor gives us more gems, and the chapel is kind of a negative. Let's use the parlor. The blinds are closed off because it's aiming into the building instead of outside. We'll take our key. And what do we have? The gems are in a box with a statement. No statement? The gems are in the black box. Oh dear. Which of these is true? Isn't that just a 50-50? Unless they're both lying. Wait. If they were both lying, then it would be the blue box. If they're both telling the truth, They can't both be telling the truth. At least one of them has to be lying. So, oh shoot. So odds-wise, okay, we're going to work this through. There must be a logical, guaranteed solution though, right? But if we were to look at this odds-wise, we'd say it's a 50-50 between they're both lying or only one of them is lying, right? If they are both lying, then the gems are in this blue box. If only one of them is lying, then it's again a 50-50 between which box has it. Right? It could be the white box, it could be the black box. So it's only a 25% chance, if I've got this right. 25% chance that it's in the white box, 25% chance that it's in the black box, 50% chance that it's in the blue box. So going by odds, the blue box is our better choice. But the gems are in a box with a statement. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? They're both saying that they're in the black box. Never mind. Whoopsie daisy. I somehow... Uh-oh. This one was lying. Or they were both lying. I don't know. They could have both been lying and then it was in the white box. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Either way, I messed it up. I failed the puzzle. The nook, the bedroom, the patio. Spread gems in each green room. We don't have green rooms to put them in, so we're going to take the nook, gain a key, and head for a dead-end room. Okay. What do we get here? The classroom. While drafting the classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each stencil room in your house. Is that that's not a stencil. What is it? It's a... Why am I forgetting the name? Measuring tool. Anyway, closet or guest bedroom. I'm going to take the closet and hope that we get ourselves a sledgehammer. Okay, no sledgehammer. We got a key. And we got some dice. Is that it? Oh, the key counts as one of the items? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Well, we got some dice for re-rolling floor plan. That's okay. The key is helpful, I'm sure. We'll almost definitely need it. In fact, we've got some trunks. Let's open a trunk. We've got the key for it. Alright, we got another key. And we got a gem. Nice to haves. Hold on. Did I not have 4 keys? Didn't I have 4 keys and like... Oh, I gained a silver key. Unlocking a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. Oh, cool. That's neat. Alright, we got ourselves some good amount of cash. So now if we find the commissary, we can buy whatever's in there. Up through here, the library, the den. Discover less common floor plans while drafting the library, but it leads into a dead end, so we can't do that. The dining room. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. It's all the way back here on floor 2, so that's a bad idea. Let's put the den in. Because then we'd have to run all the way back here, which somewhat negates the advantage of a meal. The meals give us more steps. Cost us steps to come back here. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we got ourselves a gem. We can't head through that. Let's open this door. The commissary, there we go. The bedroom, whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. I definitely wanted to pick up the commissary. Items for sale, we have 11 coins. We can buy some stuff. Also, notes on the wall. Closed from day 12 to 16. I need to remember that. I bet if we had the magnifying glass, we could read that. Nope, that's the door. Still can't do anything with the water cooler. Gem, salt shaker, sledgehammer, and a metal detector. I think we buy the sledgehammer and the gem. Opening trunks for free is like finding a key, basically, right? Metal detector, at best, we're going to find a key. We might find some coins. And then the gem lets us open more rooms as well. So let's do that. Sledgehammer and the gem. And then we spent all of our money. We don't mind taking a chapel now. Yeah, I think that's the better way. Nursery, pantry, and spare room. Yeah, I think we'll do the pantry. We get some steps from that apple. We get 4 coins anyway. Oh yeah, that's from the pantry. I knew that. Passageway, gems 2 required. Library, discover less common floor plans, and the hallway. I think we need to open up our options. Let's take the hallway here. I wouldn't mind getting the library, but yeah, we just need more doorways because if we encounter a bunch of dead ends, then we're in trouble. Although we do have the die to re-roll. The door is locked. Hang on. We don't want to use a special key here because it said the special key would give us a room with 4 doors, right? We want to do that in a more open area. So let's just use a regular old key. The kitchen has food for sale, the utility closet, and the bedroom. I think we're going to take the bedroom here. Unfortunately, it does close off 4 potential rooms. But it gives us some steps. So it doesn't cost us anything to walk in. It gives us a sleeping mask, apparently. Nice. That is a good find. I like that one. And it gives us another door. Library, a corridor, and a chapel. Yeah, we'll take the library here. Ooh. We have ourselves a note. Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R to pull up the directory. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's interesting. So we can see the rooms we've discovered. Ah. Very cool. Very good to know. Okay. We have ourselves a book, but we can't read it because there's nothing written. What is this note? Mount Holly Library book request form. In library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Please select one. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Andrew Darrell. Swimbird, The Fixed Stars, History of Orindia, EPCW Pump System User Manual. That sounds important. And a drafting strategy, Architectural Digest. Your name. Okay, very cool. So this is like the mailroom. They'll be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Let's take the Pump System User Manual. Simon P. Jones. Nice. Alright, so hopefully we'll figure that one out. And my thinking is that will give us the ability to turn on the water for the kitchen. And potentially the pantry. Why is it turning? I'm trying to... Okay. Mount Holly records. Temporal records. Total time... Oh, this is myself. 3 hours, 28 minutes. Total days of 6. Longest day was... 1 day. 1 hour, 31 minutes. Average day is 37 minutes, 53. What? Oh, no, I'm sorry. 31.9. So that's 1 hour, 1 minute, 31.9 seconds. Resource records, steps taken 342, keys turned 24, gems used 31, gold spent 28. Oh, that's pretty neat. What else do we have around here? I like the creaking of the floorboards. It's also gone kind of quiet. Mount Holly scrapbook. Oh, Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. Oh, are these my favorite floor plans? Can't seem to ever pass it up. The den. I guess that's true, isn't it? 5 gems, 4 gems, 3 gems. Contraptions I've made? None. Stamp collection. We found a stamp. Sledgehammer, 8 gold, paid in full. Largest purchase. Maybe one day. Most avoided floor plans, the passageway. Yeah, because it costs a lot of gems. Oh, that's so cool. I like it. It'll be interesting to come back here after we've done quite a few more runs and see what rooms I tend towards. I think the passageway will probably still be my most avoided floor plan, though. Okay, so we discovered less common floor plans if we draft here. Ooh. The Great Hall, that didn't work out so well for us last time. The secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice and the drafting studio. Select a new floor plan to permanently add to your estate's draft pool. Yeah, we'll do that. Permanent upgrades always sound good to me. Potential new floor plans. The Kennel. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Hang on, if I click on this. I'm not going to take that one. That's cool, though. We've had troubles finding shovels. Okay, in the drafting studio, you will be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. The solarium, you are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. We've actually seen that one, haven't we? That came up as an option. Dormitory, each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a schoolroom, gain 10 steps. I'm not totally sure I understand that. But here's another thought, is do we really want more dead ends? The kennel lets us move through it. You're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Sounds like a really good one to have. I think I'm going to take the kennel just because it doesn't close things off. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions, it can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. Cool. We'll add it. You've successfully added the kennel. Neato. What's this? A very detailed paper model of a safe. Oh no, this is what I need a magnifying glass for. I want to look at that. Hang on, I'm going to take a screenshot, and then I'm going to try zooming that in later. Maybe we'll be able to see it. Yeah. The safe seems to be pretty important, though. They've had a couple clues pointing towards it. The Great Hall partitioning plan for Thursday, November 12th. Aren't we like November 1st or something? Oh, I see. Okay, so that's cool. It tells us that on November 12th, the way to get through this doorway is to take the leftmost. I see. The Great Hall, you'd have to guess which rooms lead somewhere. Ah. Drafting strategy contents. Oh boy. Oh boy, there's going to be some reading here. The drafting spectrum by the editor, most violet dreams, indoor verdure. I don't know how to say that. Orange passage, golden trim, negative space, prismatic rooms, and word from the editor. Oh boy, here we go. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip of water. The drafting spectrum. It should come as no surprise that the first color that comes to mind when speaking about blueprints is blue. And while it is true most architectural plans and designs are found on blue paper, it is not the only color on which floor plans are drafted. In fact, originally they were not blue at all. Hundreds of years ago, the chemicals used to create floor plans caused coated paper to turn black when exposed to light. This raven hue, perhaps more fitting to the reign of Horus, was decidedly more difficult to affix an architect's revision edits to, and so blue was proposed as an ideal replacement, as it had no political ties to any other realms. By the Fourth Era, all floor plans were being printed on blue paper. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation, and the use of colored prints eventually became popular with engineers and architects who used hues as a way to differentiate various types of buildings and rooms. Violet prints, for example, are only used when creating plans for a bedroom, while an orange floor plan will immediately inform a contractor that the print contains designs for a hallway. In this issue of drafting strategy, we will explore the different features of each type of floor plan and look at the underlying connections that tie each room to its color. Oh boy. The bedroom is often referred to as the heart of the home, and with good reason. It is the place where people can rest during a long day, where they can kick up their feet for a bit and recharge their batteries. Architects always use violet bordered floor plans for bedrooms, and the comforting purple hues encountered while drafting will usually let a weary traveler know they have found a room in which they can rest up. Architects may wish to utilize bedroom strategies if they are the type who love to explore and backtrack frequently. Having an excess of steps usually affords bedroom enthusiasts the mobility to be more carefree with their plans for the day. Average number of doors 1 to 2, extra items likely. Synergies, sleeping mask, nursery, and the servants' quarters. We haven't seen the servants' quarters. Okay, I'm not actually going to read all of this. You can read it yourself. But we get the idea. The more green rooms you are able to draft in your house, the more powerful their effects will become. Additionally, these spaces are more likely than other types of rooms to contain piles of dirt for digging. We've noticed that. Average number of doors, 2 to 3. Extra items often. Most green rooms, the shovel, the watering can. We've seen those. Orange passageways, hallways are ideal for the architect who prefers more rooms and flexible options for expansion over pure resources. They tend to have keys. Oh, tend to need keys, I guess. Average number of rooms is 3 to 4. Rarely have items. The foyer, the lockpit kit, and the hall pass. Golden trim is where we can buy stuff, whether it's a quick snack or a high-end fashion item. Having a well-placed shop within the estate can greatly enhance the quality of life for the entire household. Associated with coins, of course. Average number of doors is 2. Extra items never for free. Synergies, coin purse, coupon book, in the vault. And negative space. Just like in life, taking risks can be intimidating, but those who dare to venture outside their comfort zone can reap the greatest rewards. Okay, associated resource is vexation. Average number of doors 3 to 4. Extra items seldom. Shelter, tomato soup, and skilled players. It's not me. Prismatic rooms. The aquarium is a very useful multicolored floor plan as it supports all of the color-based strategies listed in this volume. For example, it can give you bonus steps for having a nursery as well as being unlocked for having a foyer. Mage chamber. Red room and bedroom. Oh, the mage chamber counts as both. I hadn't really noticed that. I noticed they were different colors, but I hadn't thought of that, I guess. Okay, so prismatic isn't always just the aquarium with all of its colors. It can be 1 or 2 colors, or 2 or 3 colors, I guess. Word from the editor. As we reach the end of this volume of drafting strategy, we hope you have found valuable insights and colorful inspiration for your next architectural project. From the purples of our dreams to the reds of our fears, we believe that no ambition for an architect is too brave and no design is too colorful. To achieve our goals, we must delve deep into the spectrum, drawing upon all colors and ideas of daring merit. At the end of the day, the color is just another tool. Some wield it to express their own creativity, some hoist it up as a display of their own power. Some use it to calculate great sums. But all of us want to find a color we can call our own. Okay. Alright. Well, they're clearly passionate about it. That's good. I think Simon's color would be blue. Alright, the kennel has been permanently added. Yeah, we'll head through here. The classroom. While drafting in the classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each. I'll think of the name eventually. Room in your house. Yeah, we can do the classroom. Sure, let's do it. We only have 1 gem though, so instead of walking in right now, what I'm going to do is turn around and head through the hallway. Because when we are drafting the classroom, I want to be able to afford whatever rooms we find, and we currently have 0 gems. So this feels like a better idea. Let's go this way and try to gather some resources. The nursery, cost a gem, the guest bedroom, steps, and the chapel would be a dead end. I'm tempted to redraw here because there's so much we could see on this west wing. Let's do that. We found a passageway and oh my goodness, this did not work out well. Oh, the billiard room doesn't have gems. Okay. I should have gone with the bedroom there. Oh well, that's fine. We cannot proceed through the door. Sad. But we can gain a couple keys. So at least we won't be locked out of places. 18. 8. 20. Ooh, we haven't seen that one. That must be times 3, right? 20 times 3 is 60. That doesn't work. Divided by? 20 divided by 5 is 4. Ah, there you go. Okay, so 16. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold on. 16 minus 6 is 10. Times 20 is 200. Divided by 10 is 2. So is it 2? Oh, it's not. Okay, hang on. So we had 8, because 18 minus 10. We have 5 times 4 is 20. We have 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 16 minus 6 is 10. Oh, divided by 10 maybe first. Divided by 10 is 1. Times 20 is 20. Okay, order of operations. I'm not quite sure how they determined that. We didn't get keys. We got a key card. Oh. That is interesting. All right then. Well, I guess we're heading back, and we'll be going to the classroom. Hopefully we can afford whatever room we draft there. It's neat that we're seeing new things, though. This... Okay, that looks like something special to me. Alright, the classroom. Oh, color worksheet, B+. Why would you give this kid a B+? Okay, they weren't quite in the lines, I suppose. My favorite color is red. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Each color is only used twice. What? I see 3 blues. Each color is only used twice, 10 out of 12. What was wrong with this teacher? What? This is Benny's drawing or coloring. Can you find the difference? Classroom puzzle. What, between that ornament and that animal? Okay. Something's messed up with the school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8's on its side to show an infinity sign. 9, 10. Okay, the letters are all there, it looks like. Just, you know, paying attention in case there might be clues. We got ourselves an apple. That teacher doesn't deserve it. Color worksheet, fill in each... Can I do this? No. Okay. Colors: blue, green, yellow, violet, red, and orange. I'm sure this is very relevant to something. Like, this must be a clue for something. But I don't know what it would be. So, we will carry on. The nursery, the weight room, lose half your steps. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We can redraw 4 times. That's pretty cool. I don't want to use the weight room, so we're not going to. We'll redraw here, hoping for a better 4-door room that we can afford because we don't have any gems. Corridor is always left unlocked. Let's redraw again. Oof. The gymnasium's a little bit better, but it still cuts off the west side. Let's redraw again. I'm feeling risky here. Security, if only we had the gems. The dark room, the chapel. You know what? We can do the chapel. I don't mind that one so much. Let's go there. We only had 1 redraw. There's no guarantee we would have found something good. We'll go into this place and... That's a candle. Let's go through the east wing because we don't mind putting a dead end here as much. The classroom again, but we can't afford it. So the spare room's our only option here. That's fine. Okay, nothing special on here. Ooh, it's a locked door. I don't think I want to spend a key on this door right now. Let's go through the chapel, and we can use keys over on that side instead. Yeah, it costs us coins each time we go through. Oh well. Now we could use this... Hang on, exit. This is a good spot to use our special key. Silver key. It'll give us a room with 4 doors. Oh, right. Our options for rooms with 4 doors are not great. Oh, no. Huh. I think we're going to put the dark room down because I don't want to use the weight room. That just seems like a really bad idea. Dark room it is. And there go the lights. So that's fine, I guess. We'll head southward. Gem requirements, we can't afford those, so we'll put whatever this one is. Ooh, what is this? I don't think we've seen this one before. It's a warehouse storage. We've seen a storage room. Can I use the dolly? Ooh, Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold, that's my mom, adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird has been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning the prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort, probably The Red Prince. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. January 27th to 86. Swinburne author never considered herself successful. By Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so we ran out of books we owned, and my imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed the book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard and questioned. Whoa, okay. Well, that escalated quickly. November 11th, 86. This was 11 months later. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also called themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner Ruffington Press. Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at press function. This guy in the background looks suspicious, right? Was seen at the corner suspicious bag under the wave down a local man. This is the 3rd major something the last year. It is anticipated charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. Trial begins on Tuesday, expected at something. No trace is discovered of Cinca Harris, but search continues. This was February of 87, so the following spring. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Are you kidding me? The driver disappeared and they just call it out of character? Priceless jewels stolen, dramatic Royal Museum heist. Man, there's a lot of news here. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Aries have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. Fen Aries, hold on. The stamp that we found was from Fen Aries. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles. At least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds stretching for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Wow. Okay, well that's a lot of stuff. I'm going to go, to the back to the front. I'm going to take screenshots of each page because I'm sure this stuff is very relevant. There's no way it's not. This guy in the background here. We found a weird photograph of someone in the draft room. a couple days ago when we turned on the lights there. I wonder if that's the same person. They both had glasses and were slightly pudgy. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of information. Okay, still can't climb ladders. That's fine. We can head on down. Oh, this is called the archives. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Okay. So like the dark room, this is weird. I don't want to be using a key on that. No, let's head back through the dark room. Okay. So gems, can't afford those. We'll take the 3rd option. The dark room hasn't really hurt our chances. Oh, this is the furnace. The furnace had a negative as well. You are more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. Oh, I mean, we've just had 4 in a row, so seems like our odds are pretty high as is. Is that it? Nothing else in here? Trash can. So it's just a dead end with a negative effect. Hold on. What if I follow this vent? Was this vent just added by me placing the furnace? I think it was. Surely I would have noticed before. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have crossed there. Ah, there's no vent in the chapel. Okay. I know I'm losing steps and all that as I do this. The vent goes up here. And then it actually heads back out that way. But it also heads through this door. I want to follow this vent. Let's do that. So we'll use the key here. We don't get 3 options. Archived floor plan. Maid's chamber. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. And unfortunately that makes it a dead end. We can't afford the kitchen. Archive. Oh. 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 Okay, so we can still pick it. We just can't see it. That's fine. So we got the gymnasium here. And that's it. The vent disappears. Huh. Okay, then. Alright. Well, that's interesting. I'm curious if there's anything to do with that vent. It probably is something where you need to link it up to some other room. Wait, why is this one archived? Does the archives archive everything from now on? Oh, man. The kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. It is a dead end, but we can't afford the other 2 because of a lack of gems. So let's check out the kennel. There's puppies. What? Who's feeding them? Hey, buddy. Oh, I can pet him. I make a weird sound. Oh, that was the dog making the sound. Okay, nice. Got collars. We have a cat. C-A-T. It's kind of cruel to put a picture of a cat in a room with a bunch of dogs. Oh, this one has a spot we can dig. Is that a cat door? No, that's a little puppy door. They can both go in there and go somewhere else. Well, unfortunately it's a dead end. We'll just pet the dog and head on out. We lose a couple steps for walking through the gymnasium. Okay, so overall, we've certainly discovered some red rooms. The furnace was a dead end. The archives, we could go out there, I guess. Sure. Now the archives here. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. That applies everywhere. Wow. Oh, it's locked. I can't get out. Oh, which means we're stuck. The spare room was locked as well, I think. We no longer have keys. Well, we got to find some new places. The archives here definitely was interesting. Some good information. Alright, well that's too bad, but you know what? It's just the way things go. We learn a little every day. And we'll make further progress tomorrow, I think. We'll call it a day there. Oops, wrong button. Hang on. Call it a day there. Okay. I mean, we we got a record for the number of red rooms in our house. I like the library with its record keeping. There you go, Mount Holly Red Villa. No kidding. Look at that red tea. And the schoolhouse was pretty cool, adding all those classrooms there. Good stuff.